Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Karen. Today we're looking at part C of what kinds of ball sports do you play? But right now we're not going to talk about the sports that we like.
Nope.
We're going to talk about the ball sports that we kind of don't like, we dislike, or maybe even hate.
Ooh, wow, okay. Yeah,
that's a strong word.
And maybe you can like watching a sport on TV, but when you tried to play it, you went, I don't like playing this sport. I want other people to play it, and I'll just sit there and eat my popcorn and
watch them play.
Was there a certain sport that you've tried in your life and you immediately, or maybe after one game, said, no, I'm not playing this again?
Okay, I have to admit, I didn't really like playing dodgeball.
Ooh,
dodgeball is when people are trying to throw the ball at you.
Ow!
And if you get hit, you gotta go outside, right?
Yes.
So I don't like being hit. And some people throw the ball really hard. So yeah, I didn't really like dodgeball. How about you?
You often play in school and the big kids throw the ball hard and the little kids are just like, help! And there's nothing you can do. I think the sport that I discovered I didn't like playing was American football. I played rugby when I was a little kid in England, and I understood the sport. I liked the sport. If you have the ball, people will attack you.
Yes.
And that's okay, because you have the ball. In American football, they can attack you anytime. So I was playing in Canada. The ball was way over there. I was just like, hey, he's running with the ball. And this big guy comes over and just knocks me down. And I'm like, hey, well, I'm not doing anything.
And is that allowed?
It is. That's why I decided I don't like playing American football. I like watching American football because it's not me getting punched and hit and knocked over. But when you play it, be careful. Anyone can get you at any time.
That's right.
It's very exciting. All right, and what else is exciting? Our dialogue. So let's check it out. Hank and Dottie finish their talk.
Even though I can't do many sports, I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, I used to hate dodgeball, but then I saw a funny movie about it.
Did you hate it because everyone tried to hit you with the ball?
No, we couldn't throw the ball at people's heads, but some people did it anyway.
All right, so what kinds of ball sports do you play? Hank and Dottie are having a great conversation, so let's rejoin and find out what they'll be talking about today.
Hank and Dottie finish their talk in our dialogue today, so let's find out what they're talking about.
That's right. Hank says, even though I can't do many sports, bad knees, I enjoy watching them.
That's like you.
There we go. So yeah, remember he hurt his knee. He can play pool, he can go bowling, but there's not a lot of these favorite sports of his like baseball and basketball. He can't play those, but he says, I enjoy watching them. In other words, he's a sports fan.
That's right.
And he watches and enjoys from his sofa at home.
Are you also a sports fan?
I like to watch some good sports, not bad sports, and once in a while, yeah.
Me too. Okay, so Dottie says, yeah, I used to hate dodgeball, but then I saw a funny movie about it. Dodgeball, that is what we were talking about, right? It's also a ball sport, and it's when someone takes the ball, try to hit the person, and then if you're hit, then you are out, right?
Exactly, and of course, Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn were in a funny movie called Dodgeball. I think the name of the movie was Dodgeball, yeah. And it was funny. You won't see Dodgeball on TV as a sport, but they did make this funny movie about it. So there you go. What is this verb to hate?
Well, to hate is a very strong word. It just means a very strong dislike. I really don't like something, then you can use this word. But if you use this word to talk about a person, I hate this person, then that's very, very strong. It's a strong emotion,
Yeah,
right?
hopefully you don't hate anyone because that's the opposite of love.
That is right.
And of course, to hate someone is not a good thing to do, but you might hate something like a food you have to eat. Oh, I hate eating carrots or something like that. Or if there's a movie that you really, really didn't like, you might say, I hated that movie. It doesn't mean you want to kill the movie. It just means you really didn't like it. But I didn't hate the movie Dodgeball. In fact, I thought it was quite funny.
What does that mean?
And if something is funny, it makes you go, or even, or even, it means it makes you laugh, you enjoy it, it kind of puts you in a good mood, a good joke could be funny, maybe you have a friend who's funny, maybe cartoons are funny, movies can be funny, something that you enjoy and puts a smile on your face or makes you laugh is probably funny in some way. All right, back to Hank. Talking about dodgeball, Hank says, did you hate it? Not the movie. Here we're talking about the sport, dodgeball. Did you hate it because everyone tried to hit you with the ball? That's why a lot of people hate it.
Exactly. But I think some people who love dodgeball probably love it because of this reason as well. Because you get to hit other people. Maybe they don't like somebody and then they can use the ball and hit those people during the game.
It's
right?
kind of like a living video game too, in a way, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, but try not to hit too hard.
That's right.
But Dottie answers, no, we couldn't throw the ball at people's heads, but some people did it anyway. Okay, so part of the rule is that you can hit people's body, maybe anywhere below the neck, your legs, and then even your stomach, but nothing above the neck, which is your head, right?
That is a good, safe rule.
It is, but some people did it anyway. That means they did not follow the rule.
Hopefully they would get kicked out of the game at least for a few minutes or something. There you go. Let's follow our rules and take a break, and then we'll be back to finish off the dialogue.
All right.
Some players are like that. I see it a lot in football and ice hockey games.
Wow, you like those sports? How come?
Well, I like their uniforms and gameplay.
Really? That's interesting.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at this dialogue between Hank and Dottie. Now, Hank was saying now, although he cannot play many different types of sports now, but he really enjoys watching them. And Dottie was saying how, you know, she really doesn't like dodgeball. She actually hates it. But then she saw a funny movie about it, right?
That's right. And of course, she enjoyed the movie, but thinking about the game, it was a little safer in her school. You weren't allowed to throw the ball at the player's head, which of course could hurt and be dangerous. But she did say that some of the players, some of her classmates, they still did that. They were breaking the rules of the sport. And of course, that's not nice and people can get hurt. And that's no fun for everyone. But yeah, following the rules or some players choosing to not follow the rules, that is part of sports. And that's why we have rules. As Hank says, some players are like that. Some players will break the rules. Some players will do it a lot. We might call them cheaters. They're trying to trick you in a way so that they can win the game, and nobody likes that. And oftentimes they'll get in trouble or they'll have to leave the team or leave the game, but it does happen. And Hank says, I see it a lot in football and ice hockey games. All right? People will break the rules in a lot of sports. But yeah, in things like football, American football, and ice hockey, breaking the rules and hitting people in the head is very, very dangerous. People can be very seriously hurt, and it is one of the big rules that you don't try to hurt people by hitting them in the head. You will get in big trouble.
That's right.
But the sports are still very popular.
They are, but they are also quite violent, right? Because people will hurt each other and people will get hurt. So I think it's really important to play safe if you want to have fun, right? So Dottie says, wow, you like those sports? How come? I guess she's kind of puzzled. She's kind of confused. Maybe she thinks those sports are quite dangerous, like ice hockey and football. So she asks, how come? That's just another way of asking why.
All right, well, Hank says, well, I like their uniforms and gameplay. So he likes the uniforms or the big pads with the helmets maybe, and also the gameplay. That's just another way of saying the game, the action, what happens when the players are playing. And yes, as violent and dangerous as hockey and American football can be, they are both the most popular sports in those countries. Canadians love hockey, and American football is more popular than NBA basketball or MLB baseball. It's still really popular. And maybe the danger is a little bit of that, but I don't think I would like to play them now.
And I think a lot of people enjoy watching them because it is a little bit dangerous and then they see that excitement. It's like, ow, a lot of drama. Okay, but back to the dialogue, you know, we're talking about the uniform that they wear. Uniform basically just means a special set of clothes that people wear. For example, like a company can wear uniforms. Everybody will wear the same type of clothes. So when you go walk in, you will know, okay, this person is working for this company. Or maybe you go to school. Some schools, you need to wear uniforms every day as well. And especially when you're playing sports, it's important to wear a uniform so you know who is on your team and who is the opponent's team.
That's right. Uniforms are the clothes that make it very easy for us to know who that person is and what is their job. A police officer, a nurse, someone in the army. These people wear uniforms. And of course, yeah, in a game, my team might have a blue uniform. Your team will have a red uniform. It's very hard to be confused. It's very easy to see what team is on what side. And this makes it much easier to watch and to follow the play of the game. Here, notice we're using play as a noun, not as a verb. To play is to do something that's fun, like you play baseball or you play with your computer or play on your bike. But play as a noun is talking about basically the action in the sport. If you're watching sports on television, you're obviously interested in the gameplay, in what's going on, what is one team doing, who is winning, who is losing, who is playing well today, who is having a good game or a bad game. You're interested in all of that in the action that you're seeing as part of the game or the game play.
That's right, and that's what Hank was talking about because he said, I like their uniforms and gameplay. And Dottie says, really? That's interesting. Okay, so I guess Dottie doesn't really agree with him, so that's probably why she said, that's interesting. That's like a polite way to say, okay, I respect your opinion.
That's right. Sports like food or music or movies, everyone has their own taste, their own style. You might not get it, but lots of other people do. And it's always interesting to learn about, even if it's not quite your favorite thing. Thanks for joining us, guys. Go out there, play some sports, watch some sports, be safe, and always remember to take care of your knees. You only have two, and they have to last your whole life.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Ow. Hank and Dottie finish their talk.
Even though I can't do many sports, I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, I used to hate dodgeball, but then I saw a funny movie about it.
Did you hate it because everyone tried to hit you with the ball?
No, we couldn't throw the ball at people's heads, but some people did it anyway.
Some players are like that. I see it a lot in football and ice hockey games.
Wow, you like those sports? How come?
Well, I like their uniforms and gameplay.
Really? That's interesting.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 hate， 动词讨厌、厌恶。Many children really hate carrots. 许多孩子很讨厌红萝卜。下一个单字 funny， 形容词有趣的、滑稽的。I saw a funny movie yesterday. 我昨天看了一个很有趣的电影。下一个单字 uniform， 名词制服。Do you have to wear uniforms to school? 你们需要穿制服去上学吗？最后一个单字 play， 名词比赛。The team's play was so exciting that the crowd kept cheering. 这个队伍的比赛好刺激，以至于观众们一直欢呼。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 even though， 尽管即使。Even though 是一个从属连接词，它所引导的子句带有转折语气。我们来看看这个例句 ：Even though it was raining, they still went for a hike. 尽管下雨，他们还是去健行。下一个文法 enjoy 加动词 ing， 喜爱做某件事情，这是一个固定用法。Enjoy 指的是享受什么的乐趣。我们来看看这个例句 ：Kids enjoy swimming in the pool. 孩子们喜爱在泳池里游泳。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie. Kiki, we better hurry this up. It looks like it's about to rain cats and dogs.
Rain cats and dogs. Cats and dogs are gonna fall from the sky?
No, raining cats and dogs means it's going to heavily rain.
Ah, so it's one of these phrases that we use in our daily lives. I guess today, let's explore some daily phrases.
Let's go.
好，那我们今天要玩的游戏呢，就是片语哦。所以我这边呢有2个句子 ，OK？ 其中一个是正确的。The first one is 跳楼大拍卖，2个选择。
Let me think. Fire sale, the first one.
我猜上面的 fire sale。
Fire sale? 应该是这个 fire sale.
Fire sale, is he correct? Ding dong! Fire sale. Good job. Okay. Okay, 下一个。碰到麻烦，遇上困难。
In hot water.
比较难。
我觉得应该是 in hot water 吧。
In hot water.
In hot fire.
In hot fire. Is that correct?
In hot water?
In hot water? Are you sure? Is it in hot water?
In hot fire 的话，它会直接烧死。
Okay.
可是如果 in hot water 的话，感觉是温水煮青蛙。那我要改 in the hot fire.
Are you sure?
4, 3, not water 好了。2, water.
1 in hot water. 你差一点害自己。好，那我们今天学到了什么英文的片语呢？ Today we learned some unique phrases, but how do we use them and what do they mean? The first one is fire sale. When a store catches fire, sometimes items are left behind that might still be in good usable condition. So the store will hold a clearance sale to sell all the products at a super low price. This type of sale is called a fire sale. But sometimes a company might be going bankrupt or needs emergency money. The company would sell all or part of the company. This can also be called a fire sale. Our second phrase is in hot water. In medieval times, when an enemy or intruder tries to get into a castle, the guards would throw hot water on the intruder. So, when someone is in big trouble because they did something bad, people will say, "Oh, you're in hot water." Those are our phrases for today. KiWi later!